Hello and welcome back. William Gossett was an English statistician who worked for the Guinness Brewery. He developed different methods for the selection of the best yielding varieties of barley, an important ingredient when making beer. Gossett found big samples tedious and hard to work with, so he tried to develop a way to extract small samples but still come up with meaningful predictions. He was a curious and productive researcher and published several papers that are still relevant today. However, due to the Guinness policy, he was not allowed to sign the papers with his own name. Therefore, all his work showed up under his pen name, Student. The t-distribution is a family of distributions that look almost identical to the normal distribution curve, only a bit shorter and a bit fatter. The t-distribution is used instead of the normal distribution when you have small samples. The larger the sample size, the more the t-distribution looks like a normal distribution. In fact, for samples larger than 20, more degrees of freedom, the distribution is almost exactly like a normal distribution. Although you may not use Student's t-distribution directly, you may estimate values from the distribution required as parameters in other statistical methods, such as statistical significance tests. The key to using the t-distribution is knowing the desired number of degrees of freedom. The number of degrees of freedom describes the number of pieces of information used to describe the population quantity. For example, the mean has n degrees of freedom, as all n observations in the sample are used to calculate the estimate of the population mean. A statistical quantity that makes use of another statistical quantity in its calculation must subtract 1 degrees of freedom, such as the use of the mean in the calculation of sample variance. Observations in Student's t-distributions are calculated from observations in a normal distribution in order to describe the interval for the population mean in a normal distribution.